I hate to break the fishing news up, Chuck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep. All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
Welcome into today's episode of the show, brought to you by Meow Mix. Doesn't take much curiosity to figure out what your cat wants at mealtime. Just listen and dish out Meow Mix cat food. That's the ad read from their website.
Meow. As read by our nation cat.
Yeah, I guess this is a podcast. I'm still wearing my cat makeup from
but again,
and ears.
You've lost the rest of the outfit, so it's way creepier now.
Yeah. Amber was like, do you want to wear? She was like, I have a cat onesie. I was like, nope. I definitely don't want to be walking around in that today. And it does look a little creepy. Amber also made these cat ears this morning for me because I was like, fuck, what am I going to be for Halloween?
Is that how you like to dress up when it's mommy daddy time?
Don't say that. That's so
Meow.
That's how you get kittens.
Meow.
Okay. In all seriousness, today's edition of the show and every edition of the show is brought to you by the all new Nation Beer, teaming up with our friends at Odd Company Brewing. It is perfect for the next big game or just your next go-to lager. Light, clean, refreshing, a beautiful can design from our new friends at Odd Company, who do tremendous work. 2 locations in Edmonton. Shout out to Odd Company Brewing and the all new Nation Beer. Jay, you said you're handing out Nation Beers to the parents.
Yeah.
On who are taking their kids trick or treating.
Swing by the house.
You're giving away beer?
Dad, I've got a few. I've got enough for about 20 visitors.
Wow.
First 20 people to Jay's
First
address,
20.
which is in the description of today's episode, get a Nation Beer.
That's a baller play.
I might swing by
why
Jay's house
not?
for a
I wouldn't
free
be
beer.
giving away no beers.
Tall boys too.
Tall boys.
I might be swinging by Jay's house for a free beer.
I drink all 20 and then swing on my neighbors. What up?
Sorry, I had to get my game day bets in.
All right, we're going to talk a little betting later on the podcast today. What's Halloween look like for you guys with kids? Like you're obviously taking Crawford trick or treating, but like when are you starting? Are you like the 4:45? Let's hit the road.
Yeah, just kind of like she can only go so far, so we'll probably hit maybe 6 to 8 houses, and then bring it back to host our own trick or treating.
What about the little man?
Well, he's motorized.
Mm.
So Wanye Jr., who I expect to be in fine form today with his police truck.
I was going to say, calling back to a couple episodes ago, is he going as a policeman or
Well,
do you have to get him
finally
as
he
Spider-Man?
came around.
All right.
Because this is how I convinced him. I'm like, if you're Spider-Man, you have to walk from house to house and you're going to get tired. If you're a policeman, you can go in your police truck. You're not going to get tired.
Yeah.
So he could go for an hour probably, hit 1,000 houses.
You get more candy.
Well, I don't take a cut off the boy.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Little guy, that could be a lot of candy.
Oh, he'll be fine. These kids have a wooden leg. Hollow leg they can put it in.
I haven't had a kid to come to my house for, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years now. So I just sit and eat candy by myself.
Beautiful.
It's wonderful. It's the dream, actually.
It's the dream.
That's not bad. I get a few. I think last year I had like 28 kids come by my house. I have nieces and nephews though, so they'll come, like their parents will drive them to my house and they'll trick or treat.
Are you going to be a kitty cat when they show up?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm dressed up. I'm ready to go.
Are you going to leave the Nation hoodie on though?
Yeah, I'm a Nation cat.
You're Tyler Yaremchuk,
I'm
cat
just Tyler,
edition.
Yeah.
I was saying, Jay, I should have made the bet today on the show. I'll dress up as a cat every day until the Oilers lose. Can you imagine if I would have done that?
And they just went on a heater.
16 game heater, and every show I'm dressed up as a cat. People on TikTok wouldn't get the joke. That's something I very much struggle with, is people on TikTok not really getting some of the jokes we make on the show. And the comments are just like, you're a moron. But
Well, you've aged out of that demo, Tyler.
yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Is getting photos with the Grinch a big trend right now?
Is it Christmas?
Grimace?
Christmas.
Do you think
Oh,
Grimace
No,
is Grinch?
but is Grinch like all of a sudden like rose into the top of popularity?
What?
I had a call with someone yesterday about this like charity thing, and she was telling me that the lineup for Grinch is like longer than the lineup for Santa.
So now you can go and get a photo with the Grinch like you can get a photo with Santa?
But the Grinch
Is more popular.
yeah, and I'm like I'm not in a position to comment this because I do have my head in the sand a lot of times.
I've never seen the Grinch at any of the
Like this,
events.
but it's like it's viral now, and I'm like, okay, but I don't know, is it?
Maybe it's a new thing.
I've
never heard of this.
Okay.
Remember how surprised we were by zero alcoholic beer? Maybe we don't understand the trend sometimes.
Yeah, and so if anyone out there is listening that understands there is a trend, please hit me up with it. But apparently, it is a trend. I don't know.
The first time we saw 0% alcohol beers on hockey games, I was like, what do you think this is? And Jay's like, I don't know, maybe like the CEO got a DUI and this is part of his like parole. Yeah. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. The CEO got a DUI.
Yeah, it's like just make good.
And we're like, well, what we for sure know is that we will never see this drank ever. And we had one in the fridge for the longest time ever. And we're like, disgusting. Now it's like 90% liquor sales.
Yeah, you buy some Heineken 0.0s. Yeah.
I always have a case at my house. I'm trying to cut back a little bit, and I found that I like the taste of carbonation, like a lot of people do. Like I like that feel, and I used to not keep a lot of pop stocked in my house, but now I do keep a lot of pop.
That's why I drink soda water and Bublé's and shit.
Yeah,
I just want to have a cold can of some shit.
I've heard that ginger beer is really good for you. It can be like good for digestion. Mm-hmm. Jameis Winston drinks a lot of ginger beer.
The MLA
my boy Jameis.
Yep. And I like it too because like it burns a little bit. So it's like it's a slow sipper and you get your bubbles.
And your burn.
And you get a little bit of a burn.
My new joke bag milk, when someone says a name I don't know, I go, the MLA? And then they always go, what?
I honestly thought there might have been an MLA named Jameis Winston.
That's the thing. It puts them back on their heels when I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't follow local politics all that much.
Precisely.
Speaking of politics, who would you guys vote for?
Jameis Winston.
I keep trying to build up the courage to start a segment with Frank like that, but I know he won't take the joke well, and I know it's very rude to ask someone that, but like, I'm welcome to DFO Live, Election Day. Frank, who you voting for?
When is the vote?
I don't know.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Damn. I remember when Biden beat Trump, I had a beer league hockey game that night. And before the game, like a bunch of guys in the room were tracking like, oh man, like Trump's going to win. Trump's going to win. We came in for the second intermission. It's like, Trump's going to win. And someone's like, man, Biden's plus 320 to win this thing. And we were all like, let's fucking Biden come back. And we bet on it and he won.
He made money?
Wow.
Yeah, made money off the election.
I remember the Hillary
Capitalist.
versus Trump election. We were in Iceland. We were with Americans and we were at like this hotel that had a hot tub and all these Americans were there and they got in and they were like, woo, Hillary, women, woo, woo. And then they're starting to get the news on their phones as things are going sideways. And like 90 minutes later, one lady's crying. Another lady got out and stormed off. Like it was pretty funny to watch Americans melt down. I can only imagine what being in the States must have been like if you were in like New York or Philly or some shit.
That was 2016, right? Yeah,
2016.
That was a long time ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Going to those election like events must be so weird.
I know.
Like, I'm sure you're there for the shared experience of like going, woo, but like, it seems to me that people at those things are so fucking crazy. Don't you think? Like on both sides.
Sorry, I had to burp from this kicking back cola I'm drinking.
Oh, I thought you had like
that
a big speech.
Get that burn from there.
Both sides of the aisle. Like everybody who goes to a political rally looks to me to be like level 7 crazy.
I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
Kind of like going to a sporting event though.
Nah.
Woo, regressive taxes. Like, huh? Go to a sporting event.
Or a jersey.
Yeah. You see the guy at the one rally, we won't say which side, that was in an Oilers jersey on camera?
No.
Yeah. I didn't post it. A bunch of people sent it in. They're like, hey, look. I'm like, not today, Satan.
It's not really our jam,
I'm not throwing, but there was a guy in an Oilers jersey in full front view.
I mean, I respect his loyalty to his team.
Yes.
If you do see Oilers jerseys out in the wild, though, send them to Tyler. He likes it.
Yep. Whenever you see one at a mall, whatever's going on, just whoop, fire it my way.
On a mannequin.
Maybe you have an Oilers pumpkin you've painted. Send it to Tyler.
Yep. Tyler at OilersNation.com.
Thank you. I love Oilers logos.
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
I'm not here to kink shame.
What was your best Halloween of all time, Ben?
Yeah, what was it? Yeah.
Of all time.
Thanks for saving that.
Best Halloween of all time was probably when I was over in Southeast Asia, I would imagine.
Okay, go on.
It just was like, because nobody had costumes and there was not like a big costume. So everybody just kind of did whatever, but like scantily clad.
Yeah.
It's good living.
Yeah.
Beach life Halloween.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You want to know about my worst Halloween ever?
Sure.
Grade 7. Yeah, first year of junior high. So like you're right on the bubble of whether or not you can trick or treat, right? And me and my buddy from down the street went trick or treating, but he had just gotten his first girlfriend and she was going to come with us. And I was like, all right. We went to like 20, 25 houses, nothing. And then some kid from the junior high grabbed my bag, dumped it out, and took all of my king size chocolate bars. And then my buddy from down the street was like, let's go home and watch a scary movie because he just wanted to make out with his new girlfriend. So I got zero candy that year. Last year, everyone trick or treating.
Hold on, you got mugged?
And then
Hasn't everyone
and
been
then you
like
got
mugged by the older kids?
Yeah.
No? It's like
And
a
then-
rite of
Not me,
passage.
no.
I'm pretty sure in like grade 5, we got mugged by a bunch of grade 8ers or something.
My
then
approach when I was in grade 5 was always like one costume, go fill up the bag, return home, change costume, same loop again.
Really?
Double sack.
And the kid who mugged me had just been voted our middle school president, like student class president. And then word got around about it. And then one of the teachers came up to me on the next Monday and was like, hey, heard something may have happened where so-and-so took all of your Halloween candy from you and is supposed to be like representing student council. Is this true? And in that moment, I was just like, nope, not true.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to snitch.
OG. That's jailhouse.
Because you believed in his policies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He promised us a lot of things for that middle
Wow.
school. And that was the last year I ever went trick-or-treating.
You're also calling it middle school. It's weird.
Yeah.
So that's your worst Halloween because you didn't get the candy?
Yeah, just no candy. Went to 25 houses, then sat in my friend's basement while he made out with a girl. I sat there. I was like, well, I'm probably going to go home.
I also used to love, we did probably like a 4-year run from 18 to 22 of the Halloween pub crawl. Those were always fun. Just chaos on a bus. The best.
Yeah. I've had some good Halloween pub crawls.
Oh, yeah.
Had some great Halloween pub crawls. Wow, what a
Any
trip down
stories
memory
you
lane
can
that
tell?
was.
Yeah, you just like stared off and had like a TV sitcom flashback.
I was dressed as a bunny.
Because you guys used to run pub crawls.
Yeah, so I was dressed as a bunny on one of our pub crawls. Yeah, and I met my girlfriend for 2 years or whatever it was on a pub crawl.
I was wearing that rabbit costume later on down the road and almost met my maker in it because we had the Halloween massacre the year a huge brawl broke out at our bar. And everybody was fighting everybody in the
I was a
came.
Power Ranger.
And
good
you were
times.
fighting people?
Oh, yeah. I had blood all over the rabbit costume and it wasn't my own.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that was holy shit.
I damn near died that Halloween.
That was an event that escalated so quickly.
Everyone just got too drunk?
It was like a beef that started at the pool table, and it just like everyone decided to get involved.
Yep.
It was fucking
In our
mayhem.
Halloween party.
It was Roadhouse.
Yeah.
The bar decided to play Halloween. It dressed up as Roadhouse.
I got one of our, like, when I say these chairs we had were 100 years old and indestructible and weighed 500 pounds. I had one hit on me and like the record scratch. I died. But anyways, I didn't die. And then the police took me in the paddy wagon.
Dressed as a bunny.
In the blood.
As a bloody bunny.
Yeah. Yeah. Because my soon to be one day brother-in-law got bottled. So he had to go to the hospital to get glass removed from his eye. And my sister, who works in this building, was there and she'd made diner waitress costumes for her and all her friends. We were going to the Misericordia in the police truck and the cops like, there's 5 diner waitresses here at the bar that are looking for a rabbit and a guy in a leather jacket. And I go, can you just give me the death penalty, please? That's my sister and his girlfriend. The cop's like, nope. And then we went there and they had to get the glass out of his eye.
Yeah, that was fucking wild.
Whatever.
Yeah, good
So
times.
you met your girlfriend of 2 years in that costume. And I damn near met the Lord.
and I started a brawl.
You started a brawl. I never hear a lot about your pub crawl days. How did that start?
We saw people making money.
Like, was that your guys' first foray into like business?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So what was the operation like?
Well, it was tip top.
I know, but it's like, what went into it though? Like, I'm curious how, did you guys just
A lot
sit
of
there one day and were
landline
like,
phone calls.
yeah.
Emails. We had an email list.
Yeah, email list.
We
Yeah.
saw some. We were at the bar and saw someone do a pub crawl.
Okay.
And someone walked us through the rough economics of what one of these things were. And you'd go occasionally on like school event pub crawls.
Yeah.
So we kind of were familiar, but they just seemed so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And would bars pay you to be on the list kind of thing?
We would negotiate free cover because cover charge was
Yeah.
the thing,
Okay.
and a free drink at every bar, and then turn that into the value proposition for spending $20 to come with us.
I remember one
Or
time
25.
Juice gave us a bunch of merch as part of our deal. We're like, great. We threw it out the bus window while we were driving around.
I remember a local brewery, and I don't want to name it.
Yeah.
But you could probably easily figure it out given the timeline. They donated a bunch of beer.
We couldn't even give it out.
couldn't even give it away.
They're like, this is delicious. We're giving it to drunk people for free. And they're like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. But we were running them like crazy.
So
man.
you would charge like $25 a ticket and you'd have 100 people on that
like,
bus?
we'd have 3 buses sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We'd roll from like empty bar to empty bar.
Yeah. The last one would be kind of like the busy bar. But yeah, we would start at like 6.
Yeah.
And you guys weren't students at this point anymore, right?
No, we're
You-
students.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Oh, so that like got you through school. Was
Yeah,
running
yeah,
pub
man.
crawls.
Yeah, you'd wake up Saturday morning a little dusty with
So
a pocket
much
full of
money.
cash.
So much money. It looked like so much money. It was all 20.
Yeah, it was all 20. It was like $250. But that time, that was like 4 weeks of work at
Yeah.
Safeway for me.
I was like scared to go around during the night because I had so much money on me.
Yes. I thought I needed a Brinks truck.
We used to get my dad to come pick it up.
I'd always have like my hand in my pocket. Is it still there? Is it still there?
Drinking $1 drinks that
Yeah.
were usually free. And they'd be like, hey, if we don't get our free drinks, we're going to snap. It's $1 drinks at Juice. We refuse to pay $1. We're like, no. It was awesome, man. So to some bars that give us bottles of booze that we could go pour in people's mouths.
You're
Just walk around pouring booze in everyone's
You guys
mouth.
felt like kings.
Oh, we were.
It
kings.
was a
You
good.
were.
It
We
was,
were.
It was a good time.
And you met so many people too, right?
So many
Pre-social
people.
media. So
Mhm.
it was hard, right? One of the first times, I remember the first time I ever thought about doing business with Jay's at Juice. And I had this other guy I was doing pub crawls with. And he was great, but he got tired of it and lazy, right? And Jay was coming on the pub crawl. He's like, hey, where's all the people? I'm like, I don't know, man. This other guy kind of fucking fucked me over. Everybody you can get in the pub crawl, I'll give you $5 a ticket. Jay goes, oh, okay. Goes into the coat room at Juice and phones every single person on his phone. People I'd never heard of in my life are showing up money in hand. I'm like, this guy moves the needle. And then we always did him at Juice.
Yeah, I had to start a Juice.
It was the best.
Well, it was.
What's Juice now?
I don't know, like a shoe
Or is
store.
it gone?
No, it's
No.
on Bourbon Street. It's probably a restaurant now.
Oh, it's at the
Mr.
mall.
Oh, at the mall.
Yeah.
is it Mr.
Bourbon
Oh, it is Mr. Mike's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Mr.
I
Mike's.
do like Mr. Mike's.
It was Club Malibu,
Yep.
Wham, then Juice, then something red. Ruby
Ruby
Sky?
Red, Ruby Sky. Yeah, Ruby Sky. Well done. But I wouldn't give to for a night at Ruby Sky.
Yeah. Hooters was still around when it was in its heyday.
And then we would negotiate with the bars for like what was going to be the funnest night for everybody. So sometimes you'd make a mistake and you'd go the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the buses were the best ride.
But which is still, that's fine. The buses were rocking.
One time someone threw a bottle out the window and hit a police cruiser going the other direction and spidered the windshield.
Yep.
And they were going to arrest everybody, not arrest, give us all drunken public tickets in St. Albert.
Yeah. And one guy just he's like, I'll take the fall. And he took the fall for it. And so we all ponied up to pay his fine.
And then he beat the ticket in court and kept the money.
Yeah. Hey, good for him, man.
Whatever.
Good
So
for
he
him.
was like, what? You can't prove it's me?
Well, they're just like, we need, like, I was out there trying to talk sense into these police officers and they did get their windshield fucked up. But I'm like, if you go on there and give everyone a ticket, you know what's going to happen next weekend? All these kids will be driving and drinking. The point of this pub crawl, not true, is to not drive drunk. Ancillary benefit. We're here to make money. Didn't tell the cop that. So he's like, I need a scapegoat. We're like, we got one guy who's been to jail more than all of us
Yeah, yeah.
combined.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hate cops. And away he went.
And he's still like, I think he made it like rejoined us that night. So he made like $500.
Yep.
And at that time, once again, drinks
Weeks
for $1 juice. That is big coin.
Yeah, no
Okay.
kidding. You guys
And
just-
then we're like, this is so fun. We should get into the bar business. And then we would have a pub crawl that doesn't drive around.
and it worked.
We didn't have any brawls on a pub crawl.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not
brawls
true.
the
I got
bar.
punched by the Cowboys. Big Brad punched me once. There was a fight. The bus was at the
yeah.
There was the odd fight in the bus.
On the bus, really?
The Bruce?
Oh, the Bruce.
There were some wild guys on these pub
Yeah,
crawls.
the
around
Bruce.
here. He wouldn't last 3 minutes on one
I
of our
know
pub
I
crawls.
wouldn't. I'm soft.
Yeah.
To put you in the frame of mind of how old this was, the company was called PC 2000 because pub crawls happened in the year 2000. Because that was the future from when we started,
When did you guys start this?
1999.
Okay. PC.
But I was like, we need a name, something that encapsulates the millennium.
So you guys weren't just like storing cash. Like you had like a legitimate like business name to it all, or were you just taking
we were
cash?
taking cash.
Well, we're past the 7 years, right?
yeah,
we're
you're good.
You're
Okay.
We
Yeah,
got
no.
tickets. We had legit expenses.
Yeah, nothing was recorded.
Yeah, that's
All
what I
cash
was
business.
That's true. I think though the bus people that we dealt with, didn't they ever have like, they didn't sell it to cash, did they?
Well, yeah. We'd pay the bus driver.
That's wild. They had no contract with us
Yeah,
whatsoever.
no contract. Yeah, it was.
I started selling beer sometimes on the bus here, Amtrak, for additional cash, but then we figured we were pushing it a bit too far.
We did out of the bar, we did like a pub crawl, if you will. This like when it was a big deal to the Labor Day game in Calgary.
Oh.
So we got a bus, we had like 40 people on it, and we got Molson to donate a bunch of Molson Kick, like this stupid fucking Guarana infused beer or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got that. I ran a bar in the back of the bus on the way down.
Yeah.
I had so much cash.
Selling just this
So much
whack
cash.
beer.
And we had such a great trip. Like it was packed bus. I must have had $6,000 of cash. Seriously, $6,000, and get back to the bar for the after bar. We're back in Edmonton. Like people are going to kick on for a little bit because we got back at like, I don't know, 10. It's like a Sunday or a Monday of a long weekend. And the manager walks in and is like, Jay, we're not going to make payroll tomorrow. And I'm like, had to give her all the cash in my pocket.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought I was so rich.
That
was the grind.
That was a grind, man.
That was the grind.
With VLTs. So you go to the bank and it'd be like, oh, the VLTs take money out of your bank account. So you had to have enough money for the government to take their money. So you may have 50 grand in the bank, but it's all for the government.
So if someone hits big on the VLT, it's just, whew.
So
You know, we're probably the only bar in the history of bars that had VLTs that felt like they lost money from having
I
VLTs.
swear we did though, man. It was mostly Chalmers winning all the time. We'd be like,
man.
Chalmers, you have to stop playing VLTs. He's like, don't you guys like print money off these things? We're like, not when you're playing, asshole.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it felt like we never made money from them. It felt like they were a burden. It's like, oh my God, we paid out $4,000 on the VLTs.
I can remember though, like the original VLTs that I was involved with in my first joint. You'd go to empty out the VLTs and there'd be like that many 20s in it. And then you go to empty out the loonies and toonies and you go out like the hugest bucket, man. By the time Blue Chicago had those VLTs, it wasn't the same. And then when smoking ban kicked in, we had like slot folk that were always playing the VLTs. And they're like, I think I'm just going to stay home and smoke and not gamble. And that's what they did. Their desire to smoke was bigger than their desire to gamble, Tyler.
I can get that.
Different times.
Yeah.
Different times.
I love your guys' bar stories.
Oh fuck!
Don't
if we
really
really sat down, we should map out all of them like together, like just.
We looked death in the eye many times. Tyler.
Fuck,
many times.
God.
It was a wild city.
I don't even know how much I'm allowed to disclose, but like very notable gang members having to like calm them down.
If we were to ever do
Dressed as a Power Ranger.
if we were to ever do one of those like live in person things, like the Chicklets guys do, maybe we'll do like
we could
20 minutes of bar stories with Jay.
We might be doing something like that.
I know.
That's an interesting tease.
That's why
That's an interesting tease.
like getting the people fired up.
Yeah, they the group chat about that with our friends that would be coming is firing up right now.
So I'll get it. We get to tell bar stories.
Yeah, we could tell some bar stories.
Yeah, we could do
It's a
like
safe
20 minutes
space.
of like, because again, it's unrecorded, whatever. It's like when the Chicklets guys do these things, the stories are like super X-rated because no one's allowed to record, right? So like if you wanted to say like all right, this might get us in trouble. Maybe we shouldn't say it bar story.
Well, it's not. Well,
It's not like,
nothing.
yeah,
There's
We never
nothing
committed
say,
any crime.
No, there's nothing we can say that gets us in trouble. But
We're the
I don't
victims
know.
in most situations.
I just don't want to be reaffiliated with some of these institutions again.
Surely they're all dead by now.
I don't know. Fuck.
No.
Who knows?
I think the
man.
game's changed a lot.
Yeah. That was fucking wild. It got wild. Like for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Wild.
I thought going to work and have a 50-50 chance of dying was like normal for a BCom graduate.
like everyone's doing this.
Yeah.
Like cops telling us that they want, like they're gonna do within their like what they can to shut us down, like the bar down. I'm like, oh my God, this is my whole livelihood. What are you talking about? Like, what have we done? We're just a fucking bar that shows hockey now. Finally, that it strikes over
The lockout.
for 5 seconds.
The lockout and like the Roadrunners coming to us and being like, oh, everyone who watches the Oilers is going to watch the Roadrunners. You should get like heavy into the Roadrunners. And we're like, are you sure? That year was a lost year.
Yeah,
No one had any fun that year.
that
No
was
one went
tough.
out.
It's tough.
It's crazy. All right. There is some hockey talk that I actually do want to get into. But first, this is a good natural point for us to step aside for a quick break. All right. I want to get into a little bit of Keep It or Cut It, brought to you by our friends at Great Clips.
Where's Chalmers?
I don't know. He's been cut. Can you imagine?
I just realized he's not here now.
With more than 4,400 hair salons throughout the United States and Canada, Great Clips is the world's largest hair salon brand and official hair salon of the NHL. Salons are locally owned and operated 7 days a week, and your time is valuable, which is why you can use the Great Clips check-in app. Check the wait time, check in on your phone, and get your haircut when you want. For more information, go to greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's going to be great. They'll even cut around your cat ears if you got them. Keep it or cut it. If you had to cut one kind of Halloween candy, what would you cut?
Candy corn, fuck it. Garbage.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that or raisins. Like I don't
Do
mind
people still
raisins,
give out
but
raisins?
like
Those little old Minute Maid.
People still do that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
That's messed
know.
up. Chocolate covered raisins, good. Glossettes.
Fantastic.
Chocolate covered raisins, elite.
Yeah, very
Very,
good.
very
Yeah.
good.
I would cut the Crunch Bar. Those are disgusting.
Interesting. I would cut malt. What are those called? The circle ones.
Maltesers?
Blech.
I don't hate those for some reason, and remember, there's two kinds of Crunch Bars too.
What?
Remember the one? What was the one in the yellow wrapper?
Yeah, crunch with like the honeycomb.
Crunchy. There's crunchy and crunch. Crunchies were disgusting. Those are the worst chocolate bars ever invented. Whoever came up with that idea should be sent to prison.
I don't know what these are called, but these things.
Yeah.
What are those?
Like they were the ones that
Left
if
to
you ever
die
went
in your
to
grandma's house?
if you,
All
they were
sorts.
they were like
Licorice
in your
all sorts.
grandma's bowl
Oh,
for
well,
2 to 3 years.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a Halloween candy, was it?
No.
I
What
don't know.
about, remember goodies?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
an all year round candy. You know, the only thing I think I'll ever disagree with Connor McDavid on, he loves black licorice.
Really? That feels very on brand for what we know of Connor.
Talking about bars, black licorice reminds me of Sambuca,
Oh,
which
yeah.
reminds me of puking in the parking lot at Cowboys.
Nice.
Ooh. Jay, candy you're cutting?
I just said.
Goodies?
I led with it.
Oh yeah, you said
Cherry
raisins.
blossom?
Raisins is a weak answer because like everyone hates getting a box of raisins on Halloween.
Okay.
That'd be like, hey,
What was the question, Tyler?
You have to cut one kind of Halloween candy.
Okay. Raisins.
That's my voice.
Yeah.
What the?
Through a live listening on BLTN.
Are you all your own listeners?
Well, yeah. I just
That's
keep
how
on
this
playing
company
on loop.
started.
Mm-hmm.
You just fake
Okay,
listens
fine.
to
You can
himself?
say raisins.
And goodies. Goodies too, sure, but goodies aren't around anymore.
Turkish Delight is disgusting.
Oh,
Gregor loves
disregard.
Turkish Delight.
I love
What are
Turkish
those?
Delight. Big Turk.
You can see them in your head. I know you can. They're the orange wrapper ones with the little bats and shit on
I
them.
can, yeah.
But they're always like if they're fresh,
if
I
they're
can
soft,
subscribe.
yes. When they get hard, yeah.
But when they're rock hard,
Is it orange?
They're designed by Big Dental to wreck your teeth to go see your dentist more
Yeah.
often.
Big Dental.
Big Dental.
We got to watch out for them.
Mhm.
Honestly, yes.
that's why I got diamond and diamond on the speed dial.
What's your favorite Halloween candy for keep it or cut it? Keep.
The one I got to keep forever, Tootsie Rolls.
Like the lollipop?
No.
Oh, the
like-
Tootsie Roll. Oh, yeah. That's a unique
Soft,
flavor.
Caramelly. You would never like during the year you'd like get Sour Patch Kids at the store or whatever. Tootsie Rolls, like I really only ever ate them at Halloween, and getting them was like so good. And there's the fruit flavored ones; those are also pretty tasty. I'm going Tootsie Rolls.
When I was a kid, the only time I ever got them, and I buy them now because I'm an adult and you can't fucking stop me.
Amen.
Mike and Ike's.
Ooh, I
Love
do like
those.
Mike and Ike's.
Oh, Mike and Ike's are good.
Mike and Ike's are my go-to movie theater snack.
I'm an Aero Bar Kit Kat guy because I'm a chocolate freak.
Yeah, I love an Arrow. They're
I'm
elite chocolate bar.
Peanut M&Ms.
Also
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Very good.
I will be a family of one if I have a family size bag of those.
Yeah.
Just down the hatch.
I like the Aero bars because you can just kind of let them melt in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's like not a lot in there.
I grew up in a
Light.
small town, so sometimes like you would go to certain houses and they would give you like a handful of loose peanuts.
What? Were you born in the old Wild Wild West?
Yeah,
loose peanut.
You know
Loose
what is
peanuts, a handful of loose peanuts.
You know what?
like in the
Were you an
shell.
elephant?
Yep, in the shell. Whoop. There you go.
There you go, kids.
Speaking of arrows, probably one of the big, like, although delicious, but probably 90% air. Biggest scam going.
Arrows?
Making you think you want that air,
Mm.
but you're paying as if that thing is full chocolate.
Paying for chocolate air.
So how can I insert more air in my life to make more money? I don't know. But the arrow philosophy is the way to go.
They're so good though.
Puff it up with air.
How do you
Chip
inject with
bags.
air? Actually, Nation Beer,
Chip
90% air.
90%.
Let's all take longer
Just kidding.
breaths during the podcast and then insert more ads. So it's a longer, more profitable podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah, that you're gonna have to really
I don't
whiteboard that one for me.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're spitballing. We're early in the process.
How can I put air in more things to make more money?
Chip bags filled with air trick me on the regular. You
Oh,
open
yeah.
up a
Big
chip
bag,
now, man?
little amount of chips.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing in it.
Well, they went arrow, but the arrow disguises it.
Yep.
It makes you craving. You're like, man, I wish there was actually more air in this bar.
Wow.
That's where they got you. Like
Let it
that's
melt and you get the
it
little
is-
bubblies.
It is.
Lovely.
It is so beautiful what they've created.
Did the internet ever solve the caramel mystery?
Let me check.
That was like, I assume how they do it is that the thing has two halves and they put the dots of the caramel in, then seal it and go like that with the two halves.
Yeah,
I agree.
That would be my guess.
that's probably it.
Or it's frozen.
Listen, if you can trust Ricardo Cuisine,
If the caramel was all frozen, they just sort of made ice cube trays and dunked that. That would work too to make a caramel bar.
ricardocuisine.com,
Mhm.
an elite website, I'm sure. He has got the caramel secret on here.
Hit me.
You can read that on your own time.
Oh,
It's long.
Yeah, you just pour it in a mold and then,
Yeah, that's
Fold
that's I think
Is
what
that it?
Wanye-
Slap
yeah.
them together.
aha.
That makes sense.
Do you remember? Those were good ads back in the
they
day.
were great.
Do you think there is a evil? Do you think there's a feud between the two pieces of Twix?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Yes. Also great ads.
Also, great bar. A Twix bar.
I do love a
Fantastic.
Twix.
Twix
I
is
love
good.
a Twix.
Yeah, and I also shout out, and I normally only see them around Halloween. Is the is it crunchy? Like where it's got like kind of like
The orange wrapper.
yeah with the like
Yeah,
the toffee,
toffee,
like
yeah.
the hard
Crunchy.
toffee center.
Boy, I'm having really bad deja vu right now, but I swear to God, we talked about this last week.
We talked about it 2 seconds ago. You said you hate crunch bars.
I hate crunchies.
Yeah, and Jay said he likes them.
These ones?
Yeah.
You like these?
Oh yeah,
With that like gross
I
yellow
love it.
wafer.
yeah.
I like them too.
Like the meringue.
Really?
You're talking about a crunch bar or a crunchy bar you like?
Crunchy.
It's crunchy.
Yeah, those ones. Yeah.
That one.
Ugh.
It's got like the
Sponge.
it kind of does taste like insulation in a way.
But if it was,
But flavorful.
but if it was delicious.
Yeah.
You want to talk about value for chocolate bar? I'll put a Mr. Big bar against any.
Well,
of
as a
these.
kid, you're like, I'm getting
They're
a big
enormous,
bar. It's the
man.
same price as a little bar. One of them air-filled bars.
How'd they do it? How did Mr. Big do it?
Mr. Big was good. Oh, Henry's good too.
A Snickers is like this big, and a
That
Mr.
is such
Big
an
was
old
like
man
a foot
take.
long.
Oh, Henry?
Oh, Henry is the old man bar. When you were a kid, old men had Oh Henry.
Do they still make O. Henry's?
Of course.
Yes, of course. Now I love O. Henry's. Peanut butter O. Henry's, elite.
They don't market chocolate bars as much as they used to. Like you guys just rattled off those commercials. I remember O. Henry commercials.
Yeah, because I used to play Name
Oh,
10
hungry?
chocolate
Oh,
bars.
Henry.
You ever play Name 10 chocolate bars? You're going to get punched in the arm. You ever know that game, Tyler?
No.
Yeah, it's very stressful.
I
What?
did that with me missus a little while ago, but I do the thing where you tap their head
Oh, yeah.
and name 10 chocolate
Totally
bars.
fucks you up.
Mhm.
You'd punch someone in the shoulder until they could name 10 chocolate bars. So you had to think fast for your 10 chocolate bars.
Wow. Fun game.
You want to do the head one later?
Poke my head?
Yeah, I just tap your head over and over
Name
again
10
until you
chocolate
name
bars?
10.
That'd be really distracting. Do you guys remember the old commercial where for V8s where they get smacked on the head and you should have had a V8?
Yeah.
I do that to Amber now.
I was in my group chat this morning. We were talking about like old stuff we used to get from grandparents or whatever when
Yeah.
we were little. My great grandma
Oh,
on Halloween, she used to, this is what I would get every single year on Halloween. I would go see her at the old folks home and she would give me a little bag of brandy beans
Yes.
and
a check.
a can of
For
tomato
$10.
juice. Yeah.
And
Your
a check?
favorites.
No check. It was brandy
Oh,
beans and a
it's-
tomato
Because
juice.
creativity gets thrown out the window at that age. It's just writing checks.
Oh,
Yeah, for $5 doesn't matter.
$5 check.
$3 check didn't matter.
It'll clear.
It cashed.
I remember going to the grocery store with my grandma and she'd pay by check at the co-op in Vegreville.
Which is now a mind-blowing exercise.
It really
Pay
is.
with
Yeah.
a check.
Play with the
Yeah.
check.
Trust me.
Have you ever written a check, Tyler?
New. I'm in the process of buying a car and I keep having to go to the bank and get like the
Check.
bank draft,
Mm.
which is basically a check, but I don't have like a checkbook. I can't just write a check. So I have to
Nor
keep
will they
going to the
accept it.
bank. So now I've made so many trips to the bank because I went to the bank the first time when me and the dealership agreed on a price, went back, they haggled on the price with me. So I had to go back to the bank, get another one made, went back, they backed out of the deal. And now I finally have a new vehicle. So I'm going back to the bank today to get another one.
If I was to get, can I guess what kind of car you're going to get?
Sure.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
I would love to see you drive.
Now I'm
that.
going full sales guy, Jared. I'm going to drive a G-Wagon.
Did you see the video of the G-Wagon that they did on the strip from the other day
Yes,
for
the
the new
electric
ones?
ones.
unreal where they do the tank spin.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there was a bunch of them spinning in place.
That's an anti-theft feature. Did you know that? So if you feel
Makes
like you're
sense.
getting carjacked, you press that button and it spins around.
Yeah, it can spin in place, like 360 spin in place and whatever. Makes sense.
You could just get a normal hot dog mobile and not put Oscar Mayer on it.
I could see you driving an ice cream car with that little
Cool.
tune playing the whole time.
Little side hustle,
Be very easy to eat while I drive.
selling some creams out the back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, second keep it or cut it I have for you guys. We're still in this segment. This year's World Series. Huh?
Keep it.
Whatever. I don't know.
It had two iconic games.
I didn't watch it.
Last
the Freddie
night-
Freeman home run was amazing, but I didn't watch it.
The fifth inning last night's game was so funny. The Yankees ruined themselves multiple times.
Yeah, they did. And I was hate watching Garrett Cole to the max. We had our boy Eric Sabrowski on Owen every day, and he told us some stories about Garrett Cole. I'm anti-Garrett Cole. I was happy to see him fail miserably.
How happy were you, Eric Sabrowski's in the office? I haven't
was
seen you
cool.
smile like that since you found that quarter on the ground.
I was sad I missed it.
Yeah.
But like that third out where Garrett Cole was just like, nah, I'm not going to run to first base.
Yeah, he was like,
outstanding.
Got it.
So much fun.
Yeah, the Yankees blew it. All right. One, that's a hockey one. Keep it or cut it. Drake Kajula in the lineup for Derek Ryan.
Drake is back.
Liam on the show today was over the moon. He was like, Jay, can you believe Drake is back?
Drake is back, guys.
It's a different world, though, than when he was here last. Now, when he comes out, they should play Not Like Us.
Oh, no. Remember that time in the other skills competition he dressed up as Drake the rapper?
Yes. The other Drake.
The other Drake.
Yeah, whatever. I'm good to see him.
I want to see
I'm-
DR10 in the lineup.
I'm excited for Noah Phillip. I know I said Phillip.
Yeah, you keep calling him Noah Phillip. It's Noah Phillip. It's Noah Phillip.
Philp.
I'm excited for him.
Oh, again, like,
I was doing my hit on low tide. I'm with you, Tyler. I don't think he goes down again. I think he's here to
I
stay.
think he's an NHL.
Is he a forward or a D?
centerman?
He's a
He's
centerman.
a former Golden Bear.
He big.
I need that.
He fast. He right-handed.
Yeah.
Tonight, this from our friend Bob Stoffer.
Yes. Who is very aroused by this call up
Tonight, Noah Phillip will become the 15th player to come out
because he loves the Golden Bears so much. Context.
He'll become the 15th player to come out of the Golden Bears program to play in the NHL.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah, him and Derek Ryan are the only two active right now. 'Cause
Corey Cross, Randy Gregg, Dr. Randy Gregg.
where's Sachenko?
12. That E-Bug,
Matt Berlin,
Yeah.
he technically would have had a
he
game.
counts.
I wonder if Bob counted him actually. Yeah, there's one playing in the American League right now too. There's a handful playing in the American League, but the one I remember is in the American League.
Sachenko, former Moose Jaw.
He was a former Moose Jaw Warrior. He is a good goalie too. Anyways, I'm excited for Noah Phillip, and honestly, I'm happy they're putting Kajula in for Derek Ryan. I'm going to keep it.
Keep it for now.
Yeah,
We have some work to do. Connor's gone 2 to 3 weeks.
yeah.
If we can,
I
shout
saw he
out
was
our
skating
boy
this
Tyler
morning.
Ennis, 7-4. He thinks over the next 11 games without Connor. I'm just cheering for 500.
But then Connor was skating this morning.
I know he's going to be back in 2 weeks. I mean, come on, it's Connor
You
McDavid.
think it's gonna be two? You think it's gonna be 2
They
weeks?
said 2 to 3 weeks, so always err on the side of the opposite of caution with Connor McDavid. He'll be the faster
Yeah.
of the two
Remember when
times.
his
That's what I was
knee
saying.
shattered and he willed it back together?
That's why I was saying like 10 days. He's back.
He has not left the hyperbaric chamber except for that skate.
Okay,
Since
one's
he got
bringing him juice in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Stay hydrated.
I've got to bounce. Sorry, it's a crazy day.
Okay.
We'll keep going.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Yeah, thank you.
There goes Jay.
And then there were 3. It's like Mr. Beast contest where everybody got their hand on a Lambo. Who can stay here the longest without having to leave?
Those are wild contests. I'm pretty sure, aren't they like not allowed to do stuff like that anymore?
According to whom?
I think he's allowed it because I pitched an idea where I wanted the last person to leave the Nation truck to win like Heritage Classic tickets last year or something like that. We weren't allowed to do it.
Is there a scandal going on, Mr. Beast, or is this just the internet looking for?
Like I see that, but I don't know. Are you talking about the crypto one?
Well, there was the people who worked for him were jerks.
Yeah.
Then there was a bunch of people who worked for him said he was a jerk.
Yes.
Then there was people who worked for him that were jerks themselves.
Yes.
Then there was this crypto. He's
Yeah,
promoting
he's
an
got
altcoin.
like $20+ million in shady crypto doings, apparently, allegedly.
I think when you get that famous, you're just naturally gonna have detractors. Like it's impossible to get that big and not have people, rightfully or wrongly. Like I don't know enough about the situation, but like one, you're eventually going to be tied to somebody through however many degrees of separation who's a bad person.
100%.
And also people are going to look for any little thing to try and knock you down, right?
I don't think Mr. Beast is a bad guy.
There's a whole, do you get this on your TikTok algorithm where there's just like a whole like genre of creators where all they do is comment on other creators?
Yes, the best.
Yeah, they like the streamers and stuff who are just all, it's almost like the media for social media.
Yes.
People.
Yes, that's
Well
exactly
done.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So like the big streamers, they've got a bunch of other people streaming about the stream.
Like that penguin with a 0 at the end. You ever see that guy on YouTube? He's got long
I think
hair.
so.
He gets like 9 million views on everything, and he's just talking about what's happening in pop
Like-
culture.
And there's a part of me, it's almost similar to like, I don't fully understand the drive behind like watching esports. I'm like, you could play the video game yourself. Why would you want to watch it? But then like, again, why would you watch someone who's reacting to a stream or whatever? But then I'm like, people listen to this show, or maybe not this show, but this show or shows about hockey talk. And it's like, why would you watch hockey? Go play hockey.
I
Well,
listen to
makes
lots of rap reaction shows. I watch lots.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Like I watch DJ Academics. I watch No Jumper, that kind of shit. It gives me more context to watch what they think about stuff happening. Right. There's another guy, hip hop's busiest content creator or something. He talks about on YouTube. That's his Fantana or Fantoni.
Oh,
He
Anthony
reviews.
Fantano,
Yeah. He reviews every album. I like hearing people.
He's
think.
good on TikTok. Yeah.
Although as I'm talking about it, I just remembered that on BLTN now, on Better Late Than Never, a big chunk of the voicemail is now people leaving voicemails reacting to this podcast because they're not allowed to send in voicemails to this one. So they just react on the other one.
Oh, what do people say?
So yeah, there was a kid named Nick Wanye that left a message yesterday. He was very upset with you because you said, we were just talking about like super fans and how like if you had an interaction with an Oiler, you're more likely to be a super fan, something like that. He went on a rant about how he's never interacted with an Oiler, couldn't blah, blah, blah. So you are Nick's shitbooks.
Oh,
because he's a super fan, but has had no interaction.
Oh, okay. Nick, I would argue you're like a very rare guy. Good for you.
So what I said to it when it was kind of happening, I was like, but I bet if you polled like the super fans as a whole, the bulk of them have had some kind of
Some sort of weird, I saw Yari Curry at the gas station type shit.
But that doesn't mean you can't be a super fan.
No, not at all. And in fact, I would argue you're an even more rare super fan, Nick. So congratulations to you.
Yeah. So he was taking umbrage with your comment,
Wow.
played that clip in the voicemail.
All right.
So yeah, I guess as I was talking about reacting to reacting,
That's funny.
We're getting in internally.
People DM Kennedy stuff about Wanye's World, the commentary, because you can't message that either. She's like, yeah, I really love it. I'm the inbox for the podcast. It's great. Everyone's DMing.
People plug Wanye's World on BLTN all the time.
Do they?
Yep.
Hey.
All right. We still got a little bit of time on the pod. Jay dipped very early. It's not even like we went late today. Anyways, I want to talk quickly a little bit of betting talk for a few minutes, brought to you by our friends at Bet365, the largest sports betting platform globally. You can download the app today and use the promo code NATION365, whatever the sport, whatever the moment. It is never ordinary at Bet365 BM. Are you ready for my favorite bet of the night?
Hit me.
Matthias Ekholm power play point. He's playing on the top unit now.
He is, yeah.
So he's going to get the opportunities. He could be at like the top of the zone, kind of in the Bouchard spot.
How much you get on that?
What do you think it would be? What would you consider like
We're playing guess that line?
Yeah, let's play guess the line.
I'm going to go power play point.
Yep.
I'm going to say plus 175.
Plus 330.
Holy cow.
Gotta hit it. You gotta hit it.
No, I'll tell you on that.
I'm in it. I'm in. I'm all in.
I'm in with you right now.
So that's my favorite. I'm also going with the under tonight. As much as it's lame,
What's the goal total?
6. I think them oily boys might struggle to score. I think they can still win, but I don't think they're winning 5-2.
Not without 97.
I think they're winning 4-2 or 4-1 if they win, or 3-1.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the
bet.
under. Oilers are also underdogs for the first time this season.
Are you going to parlay that Ekholm and the under?
Oh, that's actually probably so juicy.
It would be juicy for sure.
Yeah.
If he's 370, yeah, I just got him at plus 375.
Yeah. The value is there. I like it.
Rather
like the
than
chase.
bet $5 intelligently to win $6, make 10 wild parlays for 50 cents.
One way to do it.
Well, that's what our boy Rick does that all the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
He does
is
these
another big
wild
one.
parlays and he hits them with somewhat regularity.
It's
Yeah.
like putting $1 on the blackjack table and like the extra game, you know? And if that shit hits, you're rich.
Mhm.
Fair. All right, there you go. A little bit of betting talk for tonight as the Oilers take on the Nashville Predators.
You know what? At the end of the day, with your bet that I'm now tailing you on,
Mhm.
if anybody scores on the power play, I'll be happy.
The power play needs to get going here. And again, no Connor definitely doesn't improve your odds of scoring with the man advantage. But I do actually really like this lineup with Ekholm there and Bouchard's one-timer on the other side. Like, I think Bouchard could just be letting it fly from like that Ovi Stamkos kind of side of the ice where they're just going to be teeing them up for one-timers all day. Also, I think Nuge to get a point tonight's a good bet.
I agree. I'm with you.
Do the Ekholm under parlay, Tyler.
I bet you'd be crazy juicy. I bet you'd be like plus 500.
That means if I bet $100, I would get back $600.
Yeah. 6-1. Yeah.
Could buy a lot of cat food.
You could buy a lot of cat food with that. Halloween not being on a weekend is always weird.
Yeah.
Feels like it puts a damper on. I know Thursday is actually not like that bad of a day for it, but
Friday.
Huh?
It's mini Friday.
Mini Friday. If you're going to be hungover, might as well be hungover at work.
Slack through one more day. You got this.
Yeah. That's fair. Need to talk about a new thing we're doing here at the Nation. I just need to find the details on it so I do not mess anything up. But as you all know, obviously the big wildfire in Jasper this year, 30% of the structures were destroyed. We're partnering up with them again. Everyone was so great with our From Jasper with Love shirts that we did over the summer, raised a ton of money for the community. And one thing that's kind of come up now that, you know, Jasper's trying to rebuild and get back to normal is the Minor Hockey Association still wants to be on the go and have a year. Like the kids who live there want to play hockey, and as they should, they're kids, they should be playing hockey, but the rink's out of commission. So now the players have to travel for every practice. They have to play all 30 of their games.
They got to go to Hinton or something, right?
Yeah, they have to travel to their away games, to their practices. Like they won't have a chance to play at home. So the financial burden is heavy. So we're partnering up with our friends at the Jasper Minor Hockey Association, and we've launched a new t-shirt.
And a lot of their equipment burnt too.
Yeah, and a lot of the equipment too. Like there's a ton of costs associated with them getting back on the ice. So if you head to nationgear.ca, you will see the For the Love of the Game collection. And it is all this really cool vintage shirt that Kennedy designed with the Jasper Bears hockey logo on it.
Can I see?
It's got like the red, black bear. It's really cool. Again, all the proceeds going to go towards our friends at the Jasper Minor Hockey Foundation. There's a crew neck. There's a shirt. They come in a couple different colors as well, but it looks super sharp and it's all going to a great cause. So nationgear.ca. One thing, if you go to Nation Gear that you won't find is any more spots on the Nation Vacation because we are sold out.
Sold out. There's one place to get it.
Oodle Noodle.
This is the last week too. If you want to go into Oodle Noodle and get an entry, this is the last week to do it.
Just swing down. You get one for free. One entry just for showing up.
Yep.
Don't have to buy anything, Tyler.
Oh, is no purchase necessary?
Second, if you get a box, you get a second entry.
I recommend the Mega Box.
Well done.
Thank you.
Tokyo Glazed double beef.
You get that in the Mega Box, Tyler. You're a hungry boy. You're growing.
That's like lunch for 3 days for me.
I took Waz to Oodle Noodle yesterday. We made some content.
Wonderful.
Did you get him food?
Yeah. And then showed him how you eat 6 spring rolls and 5 green onion cakes on top of the box. That's the Mega Ultra box.
I do the green onion cakes and then I eat them before, so then the box doesn't fill me up and I always have lunch the next day.
It's a smart play. I like to do that too.
Are we rooming in Denver?
No, I got a special request.
From who?
Rick.
Who the hell am I rooming with?
You're with Jay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
A customer insisted on sleeping with you
That's right.
for an extra
And I
$50.
say yes.
Yeah. For an extra $50, you can sleep in bag milk's bed.
Because I was thinking about it and I couldn't remember if this was a thing or not. But like on the last couple of Nation vacations, you and I have been together. Who was Rick with on those?
He was with Waz once. He was with Jay once.
So he knows what he gets with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
I don't know who else we would. Oh, we could have put him with Jay again, but
Rick's a professional though on road trips.
Yeah,
Got the water, got the the pain pills ready.
The thing I love about rooming with Rick on a Nation vacation is before we go to bed, he hands me an Advil and he goes, drink some water.
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay.
maybe I'll also room with you guys and
Sure.
I'll sleep on the foot of your bed like a cat. Gotta wear the ears though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's gonna be tight 3 in a
You
bed.
can sleep under the covers with me, Mr. Kitty Cat.
I was gonna say it's gonna be tight 3 in a bed.
Yeah, I would say one bed for your bags, one bed for everyone to sleep in.
That's right.
That's how you and your boys should be. If you and your boys aren't doing road trips like that, you're not living.
Well, you want your bags to touch the floor?
It's
Gross.
disgusting. There's germs there.
Yep.
When I used to road with Chalmers, He liked to come home from the bar and jump between beds
Oh no.
until like 5 a.m.
I've heard this about Chalmers.
while blaring his mini speakers as loud as he could. So even if you got home before he got home and tried to go to bed reasonably, you would see this little ball of human come flying from bed to bed. And I don't know where the photo is, but I took the greatest photo. I lay down on the ground one time when we were in Mexico and took a shot of him jumping over me, pointing in the air. And it is hard to describe, but it is the greatest photo of his life.
I have so many photos like pre-digital phone kind of age where they're somewhere, but they're lost essentially. They could be anywhere on a memory card somewhere. Fuck knows where that is.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Game tonight.
Keep it or cut it.
The game tonight?
Yeah.
I gave my score prediction to Waz. I predicted a loss.
Oh,
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too, just because of how they looked on Monday, but got to rally. Boys got to rally.
Yep, that is fair. The boys do got to rally.
Nashville's not that good too. I like fuck off.
Ooh, also, new studio coming soon for us.
Yeah.
It's not that far away.
How's it looking up there?
You want to go look after this?
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah, I can take you
Cool.
guys up. It's going to be a unique setup. We got to order a few more things. We need like blackout curtains
Do you have a special code to get in, or do you
Yep.
have? Yeah.
yeah, I got a code. But I think it's going to look cool. It's going to be like a very relaxed vibe because we're kind of going to be, if I can explain it to the listeners, we're going to be like sitting around a bar. And I mean, you two are obviously off camera, but it actually works great now because we're in like a little round table where the camera would only be pointed at me, Jay, and Chalmers. And then behind us is the ONE set. So it's like a very cool, like we're just sitting around the bar chatting and like it's a behind the scenes look
Cool.
almost because like then you see the cameras and the lights for ON every day too. So it's pretty sweet.
And then do we get either of these rooms back?
So this one, I think because it has like the set design in it and people who see the clips or whatever will understand, I think we're going to like put a vertical camera kind of here, connect it to a little editing suite. So Waz can do like social media videos in here. And then we're going to move these chairs into the other room, one of those chairs upstairs. I got to order new chairs. Doing a lot of ordering. You saw me yesterday with all those mic stands.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
Built so many mic stands yesterday.
How's it going to, so like, what is like when we're at the table doing real life? What do we got for mics?
I'll show you when we get up there. I ordered some new ones. They're pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jay left, so it's kind of a wrap on today's episode of the pod, unless you guys had anything else. No, it's a game day too. We'll be back on Monday though.
Do you want to talk about payroll?
No.
Nor do I.
Happy Halloween.
Wait, I haven't checked my bank account. Did I get paid today?
You did not.
Oh boy. That's actually going to cause a bit.
I'm just kidding. You did.
Oh, nice. I did get paid. All right, sweet. Chalmers will be back on Monday. Everyone will be back on Monday. Have a good weekend. We'll see you then.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.